Every one of these was introduced with total confidence. Real companies, real inventors, real money behind them. Here's what they promised, and why it didn't hold up.
Introducing the Udico. One machine. Opens your cans, sharpens your knives, all in a single sleek countertop unit. No more clutter, no more guesswork. The modern kitchen, simplified.
That's how it was sold in 1956. Here's the real story. The Udico wasn't a boardroom invention. It was built in a home garage in Whittier, California by a man named Walter Hess Bodel. His daughter Elizabeth sculpted the body design herself. It was manufactured under the Union Die Casting Company, and it actually worked as a can opener. Some units built in 1956 still function to this day. The problem was the second half of the promise. The built-in knife sharpener consistently underperformed. That same year, a competitor, Klassen Enterprises, tried a wall-mounted version. It flopped even faster. Two companies, two different mistakes. One built a great product and bolted on a feature that never worked. The other built a whole design nobody actually wanted. Half a good idea sold as a whole one is still only half a good idea. That's one appliance that couldn't keep its promise. Here's another, this one aimed at a very different customer.
Does a roast make him roar? Give him the power of the electric carving knife. Effortless slicing every time. The modern man's kitchen tool.
That's a real line from a 1964 General Electric advertisement. Here's what actually happened. The electric carving knife was invented by Jerome Murray, a man who held over 75 patents across his lifetime, including the airplane boarding ramp and a medical pump later used in open-heart surgery. This wasn't a novelty inventor. This was someone who built things that mattered. General Electric picked it up and marketed it directly at men. An unusual move for a kitchen appliance in an era when nearly every other one was pitched to housewives. It worked. By 1971, roughly 1 in 3 American households owned one. But the design had a real flaw. The two serrated blades needed to be taken apart and cleaned after every single use, or bacteria would build up between them. If the blades weren't seated back together correctly, the knife could snap or cause injury the next time it was switched on. What started as a labor-saving device slowly became a maintenance burden, until most households only pulled it out once a year for the Thanksgiving turkey. It didn't fail because the idea was bad. It failed because convenience and maintenance were never the same thing and nobody solved for both. 2 products down, and this one actually delivered on part of its promise.
Introducing the Safari, the world's first portable television. Take your favorite programs anywhere you go. Freedom in the palm of your hand.
It launched in 1959. Here's what portable actually meant. Philco built its reputation on real innovation. The Safari was legitimately the world's first transistor-powered, battery-operated television. That part of the pitch was true. No other company had done it before. But the actual unit weighed 15.5 pounds with its battery attached and cost $250, equivalent to well over $2,000 today. And that's before adding the battery itself, which cost extra. For comparison, that's heavier than most laptops and desktop monitors combined, being marketed as something you'd casually carry with you. The technology genuinely was ahead of its time. The problem was the word they chose to sell it with. Portable implied effortless. What they'd actually built was transportable if you were willing to work for it. The Safari proved the concept could work. It would take another decade of miniaturization before portable actually meant what the word promised. One more. And this one didn't fail because of engineering. It failed because of the idea itself.
Introducing the Kenmore Garbage Burner. No more trips outside in the cold. Burn your household waste right in your own kitchen. Convenience right at home.
It launched under $40. Here's why that price should have been a warning sign. This wasn't a poorly engineered machine. It worked exactly as designed. It burned garbage. What it didn't account for was smoke, odor, and the basic risk of running an open flame appliance inside an occupied home. Ventilation in most 1950s kitchens simply wasn't built for it. This one didn't fail because the technology was wrong. It failed because nobody asked whether a kitchen was ever the right place for a fire. Every one of these was built by someone solving something real. A garage inventor who made the first can opener that actually worked. A man with 75 patents who helped make open heart surgery possible. An engineering team that genuinely built the first portable television in the world. And a company that built exactly what it promised. An appliance that burned your trash precisely as advertised. None of them failed because the idea was wrong. The Udico solved half a problem and ignored the other half. The electric knife solved convenience and ignored maintenance. The Safari solved the impossible and got one word wrong. And the garbage burner solved nothing at all, because nobody stopped to ask if the problem it solved was ever worth solving inside someone's own kitchen. That gap between what a product promises and what it actually costs you once it's in your hands is still where things fail today. Sold as the future, failed by design.